Hi, I'm Swarna Rajagopalan. I'm a political scientist by training. In January 2011, my friend and colleague Dr. Linda Rishapi from Michigan State University was visiting, and we were talking about the gender politics that followed the tsunami and the reconstruction efforts after that. And both of us were interested in exploring the different dimensions of this process. What happens in the aftermath of the context of a disaster, in the immediate aftermath, in the short medium-term projects that follow, and over the long run. And this question that we both had in our minds became the basis for a full-length exploration, but we knew we couldn't really look at a variety of dimensions, just two authors. So we wanted to bring in a variety of voices and stories into the picture, and reached out to academicians and practitioners that we knew, people who'd been working, volunteering, or working professionally in disaster-related areas across South Asia, and a couple of people outside as well. The result is a very rich collection of stories, and each time I go back and look at the book, I realize how many small anecdotes add up to making this really complex, large tapestry that allows us to understand not just the gendered impact of disasters, not just for women. I mean, we say gender, it's not just for women, but also the book has chapters that talk about transgendered persons, about men, different kinds of communities, the impact on livelihoods, and goes beyond that to record agency and resilience in ways that we can theorize generally. You know, when you read a lot of reports, they're informative, but they're written at a level of generalization that never allows you to put human stories. And I think the strength of what we managed to put together was essentially that it humanizes this experience. It's not a collection of theoretical articles, although most of the chapters anchor themselves in some context, in some other debate. We have managed to put together voices and narratives that sound like field notes, but with tremendous perspective. The chapters over the years have had a chance to talk to each other, and that has strengthened everybody's contribution considerably. It certainly has strengthened our understanding of the problem we originally posed to each other. And I think that the book serves as an excellent introduction if you've been wondering about what happens in disaster contexts, because we span personal experiences of survival, of struggle, of agency, with larger policy questions like work, livelihood, sanitation, and so on, as well as questions of empowerment and capacity building, but finally take it to a place where we're talking about the international regimes that surround this work, and discursive issues on security that might be used or applied in the context of disasters as much as they are to conflicts. So it's been, you see this as a book. For us, it's really been a journey of learning, and one that we are still processing and will continue to process for a little bit. On this journey, this 5-year journey, Routledge has been a wonderful companion, because I think from the first pitch to the final product, it's been a saga unto itself, and perhaps if somebody wrote it up in direct contrast to the tone of the actual academic book, it would be maybe a satire, maybe a farcical comedy. So many interruptions, so many delays, so many things that needed to be revised along the way. But the wonderful part has that it's been a partnership of production. It hasn't really been an antagonistic, process where each one has tried to push and pull. So it's been, this has not been a disaster. Thank you.